Why, hello everyone. My name is Jose Tiscarano, the host of Senior Year Serve Fresh, a podcast for seniors. And today I'm joined by...
Hi, I'm Matthew King. I'm an MHS graduate. I'm going to UC Merced for water polo and electrical engineering.
So you're going to UC Merced for water polo?
Yeah, specifically for water polo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they also do have a great electrical engineering program, but the water polo is my main concern.
Gotcha. And so what did that kind of look like? Was college athletics always a part of your plan?
Yeah, I would say college athletics has always been a part of my plan since a young age. It's been what I've been striving for. I've been working really hard to find a coach, find a team, find a school that would fit me, my personality best for my sport, which is water polo. And, here we are. I'm going to UC Merced, and I couldn't be happier.
So how many years have you been playing water polo?
Well, I've been doing summer splash ball at the junior college with the Coach McCall, since I was about 8 years old. And I did that ever since for about 4 or 6 years, I would say, until I was 12. I took about a 2-year break, and then I started up high school, and I started up clubs. So it's been about, I'd say, 8-10 years I've been playing.
Wow, that's a long time. Now, what is that? Walk us through the process of what was the most unexpected thing, but also what does that look like recruiting and all the things? What does it entail?
Well, for recruiting, it starts your junior year. It really does. But everything before that, including grades and just communication, is important for your freshman and sophomore year. But your junior year is the most impactful. That's when coaches can start talking to you, communicating, and recruiting you. And it's important to have a profile, have a social media presence, and really just engage in the water polo community. It's important to email coaches, go up to coaches, especially if they're watching your games, like at tournaments or, just regular games. It's important to go up, say hi, make that connection. For me, the most unexpected part was, getting reached out by UC Merced. I didn't have any contact with them. The head coach, he texted me. He is no longer there, but he came out to one of my games and he said, "Hey, Matthew, you're looking really good. I'd love to continue communicating. I'd love for you to come out, see the campus, see the facility, make the team." And it was an unexpected experience, and I'm really glad it happened.
Wow, super cool. Well, that sounds like a great journey. And so you had talked about social media presence. What does that kind of look like?
So it starts your freshman year. If you are dead set, you want to play in college, freshman year, you need to make an Instagram account, and it would be better if you made an Instagram account and a YouTube account. The Instagram account, it should show short clips of you and your sport. It should say your class, your GPA, what sport you play, what position you play, and it should show a little bit about yourself. You can even have a little bit of fun with it. You could mess around with your teammates a little bit, but you really need to post sports clips on it. And then for YouTube, I know myself and other teammates that I've been with, they have posted whole game clips, a lot of tournaments, and college coaches really look at that. They really enjoy seeing someone putting a lot of effort into their college water polo future career, into their social media presence, and it's a really important thing.
Well, super cool. And that was a really good, I didn't know anything about that kind of realm. So thank you for that. Right now, we do have a phone call from a current senior at Buick Colony. He does play water polo. So let's cut to that. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hi, my name is Jose Tiscarano, the host of Senior Year Serve Fresh, a podcast for seniors, and we received your submission for a question. So please tell me, what's your name, what school do you go to, and what's your question for us?
Okay, my name's Alexander Cecina, and I go to Buick Colony High School, and I was just wondering, what was your process to getting recruited to UC Merced?
That is a great question for Matthew, Alex. Thank you so much for asking that, and we were going to get that answered on this podcast episode today, so thank you for your call, and you have a great rest of your day. All right, so right now, Alex, we just had that phone call, and he kind of asked about the recruitment process, and we've heard a little bit about that. So tell me, what was that kind of timeline of getting recruited?
Well, the specific timeline was my junior year. Me and the head coach, we weren't seriously talking, but we've had communications. I introduced myself, he introduced himself. It didn't really start to get more serious until my senior year. Around late August, early September, he reached out to me personally on my phone. He texted me and he said, "Hi, Matthew. I have seen some of your games. I've really enjoyed how you play, and I think you'd be a great fit for UC Merced." So I responded back. I'd say, I think I would too. It's a really good school. They're a Division II, so they are still pretty competitive, pretty rigorous water polo. So I said, yeah, I am interested. We kept contact. He came out, he watched a couple more of my games, and I had an official visit, I would say around October, November. And I like the school. The facilities are nice. The gym, the cafeteria, just the campus. It's pretty beautiful. And I loved meeting all the teammates. They're all wonderful people. And so around late November, he made me an official offer. So he said, "I'd love you to come play. I'd love for you to sign the register, the intent to play." And I signed it around. I took a little bit of a break with like the recruiting process just to see all my options. I knew I was going to go to UC Merced, but I kept it open. So I ended up signing the intent to play and the intent to register around April. So a little bit after my swim season has ended, and that was it. I was officially a part of the team, a part of the Bobcat family, and I don't have any regrets with how I did it.
Super cool. That was a really good timeline. I was ballparking it. Yeah. Now, did you take any AP courses or like college courses during high school?
Yeah, I took both AP and college courses. It's so important. I have around 40 dual enrollment credits from Merced College, and it's a useful thing when you're getting into college. It was super easy to transfer into my UC portal. I just needed to request a transcript, and within 5 minutes, it was loaded into my UC portal. And I'm actually technically a sophomore, and with a specific major like engineering, it's so helpful having those general education credits over with. I'm done with language, history, English, all that. And it's a helpful thing when you're doing a difficult major and playing a sport. I also took a lot of AP classes during high school. I took a couple of the AP tests I passed, but comparing AP and college classes, it's a difficult thing. AP classes, it's gonna have a lot of rigor, and you're gonna have the full year with full teacher support. And doing a Merced College class, it's a compact class. What you would do in a year at a high school, you might do in 3 or 4 months, or even 1 to 2, depending on what class you take. I would also recommend Merced College classes if you like specific teachers, because it's super easy to look at Rate My Professor online and find who's a good fit for you. But all my AP teachers have been lovely. I've loved all of them. And I recommend a mixture of both, because it's really going to be the best outcome, because you need some high intensity, rigorous classes during your school year to prepare you for college. And then you also might like some compact ones if you need to take any summer school during college.
Gotcha. 40 transferable credits is crazy.
Yeah, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work.
How many late nights did that happen? Like, I feel like there's a lot of late nights.
Yeah, there are late nights. It's a lot of writing. When I was, especially over summer, because I do a lot of them over summer, it would be a lot of, when I was traveling for water polo, it'd be a lot of late nights in those hotel rooms, getting some essays done, getting some assignments done. But at the end of it, it's all worth it.
I commend you for that, because I could never. Now, we've talked a lot about water polo and swimming, this aquatics area, but what's like one big final piece of advice to all of the seniors?
My biggest piece of advice to every senior, and I know it's a cliche, but your senior year, it will go by with the blink of an eye. I mean, one time I was just sitting in class and I was realizing, wow, it's the fourth quarter. I mean, I thought just like a couple weeks ago, water polo ended, and now I'm sitting here last month of class, and I was just thinking, wow. So go make the most of your senior year. I mean, whether you're going to go start into work, start college, join the military, take a gap year, you are going to miss high school. Take every opportunity you can. Go to every sports game, go to every dance, go to everything you possibly can. Hang out with friends. Just don't slack on your schoolwork, but go out there, just have fun, and don't miss your senior year, because I've known a lot of people that have had so much regrets with their senior year. I was just talking with one of my friends, and he didn't go to prom, he didn't do this, and he was saying how he regretted it so much because what he thought was more important at that time, he doesn't even care about right now, but he really misses those opportunities.
And I feel like that is such a great piece of advice. And no matter how many times we say, I mean, we've had multiple guests. I mean, I've said it myself and other guests have said it, but you don't realize how fast senior year goes until you're in the last days and you're getting ready for graduation, or you're in that graduation seat and you're like, wow, I just like I'm about to graduate.
Yeah. It was just a fever dream, I feel like. I mean, 1 second it was going up to water polo tournaments with all my teammates, and then it was sitting in graduation, walking down that stage, and it was over. You feel a little bit of a relief, like, wow, all my hard work, it's completed, but you miss it. You do miss it. I miss going to classes. I miss water polo tournaments. I miss swim season. I miss messing around with my friends at lunch, walking across the street to McDonald's after morning practice, having a fun time. And I know I'm going to still have those experiences in college, but nothing compares to what you feel in high school with your boys, your buddies, all your friends. So just make the most of it. Make the most of it while you can. Make the most with the people you love, you care about, and just go have fun. It's your last year.
It really is. Well, Matthew, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
It was a great interview, and we will catch you next week with a new senior from a different school with different advice with a new host. And this concludes your segment of Senior Year Served Fresh. Shamika will catch you next week with a different slice of advice.